Hi, everybody. Welcome to Chat and Craft with Lorraine. My name is Lorraine Tierney, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from the United States. I live in the small town of Warner, New Hampshire, and I like to make cards. I like to send cards. I like to share cards with other people, and I really, really like to help other people make cards. So I'm coming on live tonight, or today. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. It's Sunday, June 1st. I almost said May. Happy June, June 1st. And I want to show you the beautiful blues kit. This is a kit that is all inclusive, that is available from Stampin' Up! I'll show you that kit. And then I want to show you some extra things you can do with it that are really cool. All right, so please say hello if you're watching. Let me know you're there. And if you're catching this on replay, I'd also appreciate a hello or a comment. It's nice to know that people watch the videos, and let me know if you like the cards. All right, thanks. So I'm going to switch my camera. Hi, Margaret. How is it in North Carolina today? I hope it's good. All right, this looks a little dark on my computer. So this is the beautiful blues kit. I think it is $23. It's available right now from Stampin' Up! And it is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I love it. So I'm going to show you the 3 cards the way Stampin' Up! Designed them. Let me grab those. I've made those already just a few minutes before I came live on this. So if you're an experienced card maker, and mostly if you've just had experience with these directions, which I'll show you, you could put this whole kit together in probably just a little over an hour, maybe even less if you're really fast, but why not enjoy it and take your time? And I love to do kits exactly as they're designed because I don't have to think about designing them. But sometimes the kit just speaks to you and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much that I could do with this kit that you just have to do things a little bit differently. So here is one of the cards, and this is how they designed it to be made. You add this die cut piece on, and then you add on these flowers. This is a die cut, and you stamp your sentiment, sending love. And I chose not to stamp anything on the inside yet because truly I'm going to cut this back off and mount this on another card base and use this for something else because I just think it's so beautiful. That's one card. Here's another card. Each gets better, I think. Isn't that gorgeous? And it says, wishing you comfort. I just love that. And look, it's on the back. So again, I have to cut that off and do something else with that. It's just too pretty to be on the back of the card. So I will cut it off and mount that on another base. And then, oh, I love this one too. I love the blues. I think the blues are just so beautiful. So this one, you stamp your sentiment and you stamp on the inside. The back of this one is just white, but I did cut these apart too, and I'll show you why. So that's the third one. So like I said, so I just want to show you, you get all the labels. I've punched some out. You get the die cut pieces. You get the stamp set, which I've already mounted on blocks, but you get a little picture of the stamp set. So you could put this in a Ziploc with the stamps, put them back on the sheets of acetate, or you could put them in a stamp case because you can use those stamps over and over. It comes with a Night of Navy ink spot. It came with gems, with dimensionals, with some tear and tape, and it comes with a new block. I didn't open because I'm just using my own blocks. Okay. So, oh, and I want to show you the directions quickly in case you've never done a kit before. So it shows you the stamp and then what you're going to stamp it on. It has the stamp on this, and then it shows you that you're going to stamp it on the inside. And then this little roll shows you you're going to put tear and tape on that, add your sentiment, That's a silhouette of dimensionals. You're going to put dimensionals on that. You're going to put that on, and you're going to use 3 bling. So they're all in pictures, but they're pretty easy to follow. Okay, so I cut the fronts off of 3 cards because they're just too pretty, or the backs, or however you want to look at them. And I want to use them on the front of a card base, either a white card base or a blue card base. So I'm going to stack all 3 of them together because I want to trim them exactly the same. Well, I guess first we're going to trim them down. So right now, these are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I want to trim them to 4. So, and I'm going to take it off the whitest most edge, 4 by 5 3/8. And I'll tell you why. Usually it would be 4 by 5 1/4. When we get to putting it together, I'll show you why it's 5 3/8. And here's 4. And 1 more. Make this one 4. See, I don't want to take it off this edge where the beautiful flowers are. I want to take it off this blue edge. 5 5 3/8. I'm going to take it off of this edge. Okay, so now I have these 3 pieces that are the same. I'm going to stack them and I'm going to cut them. We're going to do a stack and shuffle kind of thing. I'm going to make my first cut at 1 1/4. I'm going to make my second cut at 1 1/2. Whoops, that's 1 3/4. 1 1/2. And I'm just kind of pressing hard and going twice, and that will leave the last one at 1 1/4 again. Okay, so let me get my trimmer out of the way, and I'll put my 3 piles down. And now with they're in each pile is in the same order right now: the floral, the blueberry bushel, and the white floral. So now I'm going to take the top one and put it on the bottom. And on this one, I'm going to take the top one and then the second one and put it on the bottom. So now they'll all have one of each pattern in if I take them off like this. 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and 1 2 3. Okay, so let's get these out of the way a little bit. I'll just lay them over there like that. So here is our first pattern. So initially I thought I would do these on white, and you can change the order that you put these on. So there's enough room with them cut starting at 4 that they have just the tiniest little border in between them. And that's why I decided to cut it at 5 3/8. That makes it a more even border on the top and on the bottom. So you can put them all on white, or we could put them on navy. And I really didn't know which one I would like better. I don't know. Let me know if you have an opinion of which one you like better, the white or the navy. I'm gonna at least do one on white. So I'm gonna start with gluing this one. And I'm just going to adhere these flat. And I always start with the outer 2 edges. And I'm trying to get the same distance on all 3 sides. A little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. Now I'll put the other one on. Hi, Nancy. Thanks for watching. Do you like the white or the blue card base better, Nancy? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, and now this one will go right in the middle, and I'll just split the difference on either side. Whoops, knocked my glue over. I want to get them lined up at the bottom and lined up at the top. There we go. You like the white? Margaret likes the white. Nancy likes the blue. Okay, well, so far we're doing one of each. And on the third one, I guess I'll have to make a decision as to which color to put it on. I love the stack and shuffle. And I happen to like the two flowers next to each other. You could certainly go this way as well and have the blue in the middle, but I am partial to the flowers being next to each other. Whoops, I don't want to put that one on next. I want to put this one on next. Then I want to show you a card you can make just using the stamps and a little bit of your own paper. There you go. And one more. Well, I have a blue. No, I'm going to do white. I was thinking I was going to do white in the beginning, and then at the last minute, I cut a blue card base. So let's go back to white. And I'm going to go like that again. Although that one's a little, I think I'll do that. I like the wider one in the middle. We'll go that way. And then we're going to use, so we used 3 different card pieces. We used half of 3 cards to make these 3 cards, and you could use the other half to make another 3, although the back of this card is just plain white. So, hi Tracy, you may want to do something with just 2 pieces at once, because it would be just white, or you could stamp on it. Well, that would be really pretty. Stamp one of these with this beautiful leaf stamp. Okay, so we have 3 cards, and then here are the pieces, the same pieces that went on 3 other cards. Now, I don't think we really need that big piece on any one of these. So I think I would save that for something else. And we can put on some sentiments. We do have one of these. So this could go up here like that if we wanted. I kind of made them such that you don't want to cover up the middle of them too much. This one might look best going like this, the way I cut those flowers, but it's really up to you. It's your card. There's some more pieces someplace. So I don't know if we would want, I really don't want to cover up all of that. There is a white one like this. I'm running out of places to put things. But again, I think I just love these papers. I'm going to just go with sentiments. So I'm going to use my Knight of Navy. And this one says, "You're in my thoughts." So this goes on the slightly bigger piece. And these pieces come in the kit. "You're in my thoughts." And then I have "Sending Love." Do we want the blue behind that? You tell me. You like the horizontal card far left? You like that one, Nancy? Oh, I'm glad. I'm very glad. Do we want that one on something like that? Or do we want it plain? And another, oh, I didn't use one of these die cuts, and this one says, "Wishing you comfort." Maybe we'll put the "Sending Love" on that one. And the bigger sentiment label, "Wishing you comfort," on this one. Oh, how about like that? Do you like that? All right. So that's how I would finish those off. Maybe I feel like this one looks a little lonely down there, but I think it would be all right. So I would finish those off like that. I can put some gems on it, but I do want to show you. So let's say you've made your cards. Maybe you made them all the way they were instructed. But this is the white that I cut off the back of a card, the white piece that I cut off of the back of this one. And this is a card base. And I thought we could just make a couple more cards like this. So my first idea was a very clean and simple card. I'm really liking some clean and simple cards these days. And I think especially for a sympathy card, "Wishing you comfort," sometimes clean and simple is really nice. So "Wishing you comfort." And then look at this on a card base. Isn't that really pretty? Just like that. You don't have to get super fancy. I could put a little piece of twine or maybe just a little bow. Let's tie just a tiny bow on this. We'll use a glue dot. I'm looking around to see if I have any glue dots over here. Oops, I'm going to do that right. Just a little bow. Okay, so let's put this down. I really like a matted card. I really like the look of a mat around the white. So I'm going to take a tiny piece of tear and tape. And I'm going to put just a little, I want it even smaller than that. I'm just going to put, a little piece of tear and tape. Can't get that to turn over. Oh, don't pretend you didn't see me cut that with my ribbon scissors. Not supposed to cut anything but ribbon. Now I'm going to just kind of roll that into a glue dot. Make your own glue dot. And now I'll cut this one off. There we go. And you have just a simple sympathy card. You'd put the bow at the top, Nancy? Oh, I'll have to try that. I put the bow kind of at the bottom. And then I did another one. I stamped this one all over with that same leaf. And I thought I could put a piece of the twine, the Night of Navy twine around that and tie a bow. This is a longer, more flowy kind of bow. And if you want to move the bow around, just curl your paper a little bit, bow your paper, and then you can slide that. I usually like my bows off to one side a bit. Oh, I didn't score this in half. Let's score that quickly. At 4 1/4. And we'll put this on the front. And then we'll figure out what to do with the sentiment or one of the other pieces of the kit. But so even if you use up your kit, remember you're left with a beautiful stamp set that you can use, and you have plenty of ink in your ink spot to keep creating with. And so usually, like, they have 4 of each of these sentiments, and you'll only use 3 for each of your, if you make your cards the traditional way. Oh, I like that on there. So you could put that down, or you could just put, sometimes I have extra circles and pieces I've cut over here. That's kind of a boho blue. Oh, I thought this one was going to be white. Could put a gray. Thankful for you, friend. But really, I just want a little plain white piece. I seem to have lots of colors, but no white. I have a gray with sincere sympathy. That's from Heartfelt Hexagon. It's kind of pretty. Like that. I do. I think I want white. I think I want to keep it white. You like the Night of Navy piece on there, Nancy? Like that? I do like that too. I do like that. All right, well, we'll put a little sentiment on with one of those. Did I just stamp a sentiment on one of those? I did. Sending love. We'll steal that one. So they have you on the kit directions, they have you putting a piece of tear and tape on that. And then put your sentiment on top of the tear and tape. And then we can put it on here. I don't know, would it be better without the bow? We might be able to take that bow out. Sometimes one hand just doesn't know what the other hand is going to do, but look at this. We can pull this bow right out. I've shed a little bit on there. And we can pop that up on some dimensionals. So this is a beautiful kit. I really think you should add one of these beautiful blues kit to your next order. I don't think you will be disappointed at all. The other thing we can do, see, this is what happens to Lorraine. I keep coming up with more and more. Let's cut a quick circle out. I'll get a punch. That will be the quickest. I grabbed my 1 3/4 and my 2-inch circle punch. Here's the 2-inch. What if we put, oh yes, yeah, I like that. That on there. It pops it up and gives it just a little bit more definition. Okay, and now I'll put some of my favorite liquid glue on the back of that. And you want to make sure you're not poking out over the edge of your card there. Oh, I just pulled a little thing off. Okay, and then I could put some of these on there, but I think I'll use some darker blue, which I have over here someplace. I love these matte dots, ombre matte decorative dots. Wrong scissors. Stop going for the wrong scissors, Lorraine. Well, use your take your pick tool, Lorraine. Are you telling me that? You've ordered that kit, Nancy. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, I love blue also, Nancy. I really do. So let's just put a couple of these blue embellishments on there. Oh, I'm going to do a couple more because I can. Whoops. Come back here. There we go. And so there's one of the alternate cards. Here's a very simple one, wishing you comfort. And then here are the 3 stack and shuffle type cards that we made that I haven't quite finished. Well, the boho blue looks really pretty with that, doesn't it? I need to put my sentiments on these. Where did the third one go? Oh, it's right there. Oh, and I stole that sentiment for something else. So I'll have to make another sentiment. But I did see a boho blue. Oh, look, I put my bone folder in this box. Do you know how long I was going to be looking for that bone folder? I think there is another boho blue piece in here. Oh, here was a white one. Yeah, that's too big. It would cover up too much. Oh, maybe not. I'll have to cut something. These are all gray or Do have a Knight of Navy circle. Just put it on the floor. That's kind of big. Let's make it smaller. Could put a little Knight of Navy circle up there with a sentiment or over there. Yep, so I'll play with those. I'm going to finish those up and add my sentiments to those, and I'll post pictures of those in a little bit. But thank you for joining me today on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I appreciate it so much. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like one, I would be happy to be yours. I can send you a catalog or help you make cards. And thanks again. I will be back probably maybe on Wednesday. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.